Hi, I'm Warren.
I'm Justin, and today we mourn the loss of South Africa's and one of the world's most inspirational people. This is a tribute video to the amazing life that Nelson Mandela led and the unforgettable things that he did for our nation.
18th of July 1918, Rolihlahla Mandela was born in a small village in the Transkei. During Nelson's lifetime, he was often referred to as his Xhosa name Madiba, which translates to father.
In 1944, Nelson Mandela married his first wife Evelyn, and they had 4 children. They were divorced because of Nelson Mandela's political activities. In the same year, Mandela, along with a few other people, formed the ANC Youth League, a political party in South Africa.
In 1948, the National Party, otherwise known as the NP, was voted into power and a program called apartheid was set into place. This meant that non-whites and whites were no longer seen as equals. Many laws were put into place to separate races in marriage, living locations and even public transport. These few years up until South Africa's first democratic election in 1994 were some of the toughest times the country has ever seen.
Mandela, like many others, fought against the NP, and in June 1952, him and 51 others broke the laws as their first act of defiance against apartheid. In March 1960, police opened fire on a demonstration, killing 69 black protesters in Sharpeville. This was one of the biggest massacres our country has ever seen. Madiba was given a tough time for fighting for equality and was eventually arrested in 1964 and sent to Robben Island, where he would spend 18 years in prison.
June 1976, thousands of students take to the streets to protest the racist schooling system. Police, of course, fired on the protesters, setting off months of violence that left overall 570 people dead. One of Nelson's quotes goes as follows: "I detest racism because I regard it as a barbaric thing, whether it comes from a black man or a white man." In April 1982, Mandela is transferred from Robben Island to Pollsmoor Prison in Cape Town. The current president at the time, P.W. Botha, said he would free Nelson Mandela if he stopped the protests. Of course, Mandela refused.
In February 1990, after countless battles with the law, Mandela was released from prison after 27 years of serving. His release was publicized on television, and there's a famous photo of him walking down the road with his fist in the air with his wife Winnie. In October 1993, de Klerk, who was one of the presidents that organized Nelson Mandela's release, and Mandela both shared the Nobel Peace Prize for working peacefully to end apartheid.
In the April of 1994, Mandela was elected as the first black president in South Africa when the right to vote was open to everyone. 1999, Madiba stepped down from being president, but he carried on with his fight of equality in South Africa. He went on to create multiple charities which focused on the development of the underprivileged in South Africa, which have been highly successful. There have been many memorials dedicated to his fight for freedom, some of which include a statue at the V&A waterfront.
Since then, Mandela has been a worldwide icon for the fight to freedom, to which we are grateful. On the 5th of December 2013, he died peacefully at the age of 95, surrounded by his family. The South African President Jacob Zuma said, "Our nation has lost its greatest son."
We would like to show our condolences to the Mandela family. This is a time where South Africa and the rest of the world need to come together to pay our respects. R.I.P. Nelson Mandela.